Wednesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful may not begin with a screaming confrontation. But make no mistake, several quiet choices could change everything. So let's break down the drama, because this episode may be less about one big explosion, and more about the emotional pressure building right before it. Katie Spencer may find herself in a complicated position on Wednesday. On one side, she may genuinely want to help Hope. Hope has been pushed into an uncertain place, and after everything that has happened at Forrester Creations, she needs more than sympathy. She needs direction, she needs stability, and maybe most of all, she needs someone who sees her value when others seem ready to question it. But Katie is not just being kind here. There may also be a business calculation under the surface. If Katie reaches out to Hope, it could look like support. But it could also be a strategic move, one that places Hope closer to Katie and possibly pulls her further away from Brooke's influence. That is where this situation becomes so interesting. Katie may hold Hope's hand and speak softly. She may tell Hope that they can help each other. And on the surface, that sounds comforting. But beneath that warmth, there may be a much sharper question. Is Katie offering Hope a new beginning? Or is she quietly taking advantage of a moment when Hope feels lost? For Hope, this could feel like a lifeline. She has been dealing with disappointment, uncertainty, and the fear that her future at Forrester is slipping away. If Katie offers her a chance to be useful somewhere else, Hope may be tempted to accept quickly. But accepting help from Katie could create tension with Brooke, because Brooke may still believe she is the person who should guide Hope through this storm. If Katie steps in too strongly, Brooke may not see it as support. She may see it as interference. And with the Logan family, even the softest decisions can turn into emotional war. Hope's biggest problem right now is not just losing control of one fashion line. It is the feeling that her identity is being taken from her piece by piece. Hope for the future was not simply a project. It was her name, her purpose, and her proof that she belonged inside the Forrester world. So when that future becomes uncertain, Hope is not just facing a career setback. She is facing a personal crisis. That makes Katie's offer powerful, but it also makes it dangerous. If Hope is too eager to escape the pain of Forrester, she may jump into a new arrangement before fully understanding what it means. Working with Katie could give her freedom, but it could also place her in the middle of another family conflict. And let's be honest, Hope has already been caught between strong personalities for too long. Brooke wants to protect her. Steffi wants to control the company's direction. Ridge wants to avoid destroying his bond with Steffi. Katie may now want to bring Hope into her own orbit. Everyone may claim they are thinking about Hope's future. But Hope has to ask herself one thing. Who is truly helping her move forward, and who is using her pain to strengthen their own position? That question may follow Hope long after Wednesday's episode ends. While Hope faces her next move, Zende Forrester Dominguez remains trapped in a different kind of frustration. Zende knows his talent, he knows what he brings to Forrester Creations. But lately, he may feel overlooked, underused, and pushed to the side. That kind of resentment does not disappear just because people tell him to be patient. Still, Wednesday's spoilers suggest Zende and RJ will try to set their personal issues aside for the sake of the company. That sounds mature, but it may not be simple. Zende and RJ may agree to work together, but agreement is not the same as trust. RJ is still connected to the younger generation of Forrester privilege. Zende may feel like he constantly has to prove himself harder than everyone else. So even if they shake hands, the emotional tension remains. This could create an interesting dynamic. RJ may want peace. He may want to show that he is serious about helping the family business. But Zende may be watching closely, wondering whether RJ truly respects him or simply expects him to fall in line. Forrester Creations needs unity right now. But unity built on silence can crack very quickly. And if Zende keeps feeling like his designs, his voice, and his ambition are being dismissed, this temporary cooperation with RJ may only delay a much bigger confrontation. Now the emotional spotlight shifts toward Dylan, Will, RJ, and Elektra, and this part of the story could become much messier than it first appears. Dylan may decide it is time to prove something important to Elektra. She wants Elektra to believe that Will truly belongs in the past. She may want to show that she is not waiting, not hoping, and not secretly holding on to what she lost. But moving on is never clean in a soap world. Dylan may tell herself she is ready. She may even believe it. But if she starts dating someone else, especially someone connected to Forrester Creations, that decision could stir up emotions no one is prepared for. And RJ may become the surprising wild card. If Elektra chooses Will and RJ is forced to step back, Dylan and RJ could naturally find themselves in the same emotional space. Both could feel rejected. Both could feel like they are trying to regain control. And sometimes, two people do not plan a connection. They fall into one because they understand the same kind of disappointment. A dinner at Il Giardino could become more than a casual night out. At first, it may look harmless. Two young people talking, laughing, trying to forget the romantic chaos around them. But if the conversation deepens, if the chemistry feels real, and if someone sees them together, the consequences could arrive fast. Because Will may say he is focused on Elektra, but his jealousy may tell a very different story. Will Spencer may be trying to build something new with Elektra, but Dylan moving on could test him in a way he does not expect. If Will truly sees Dylan as the past, then her dating someone else should not bother him. He should be relieved. He should want her to heal. He should want everyone to move forward. But if Will reacts badly, that reveals something. It means Dylan is not as far behind him as he wants Elektra to believe. And that is where the danger begins. Elektra may already have reasons to watch Will carefully. If she sees him become jealous over Dylan, she may wonder whether he is fully committed to her or simply trying to convince himself that he is. The situation becomes even worse if Dylan's possible date is RJ. RJ has recently become a real rival for Will, and that rivalry could turn a simple romantic complication into a pride battle. Will may not just feel jealous because Dylan is moving on. He may feel challenged because RJ is the one standing beside her. That could push Will into reckless behavior. He may ask questions he has no right to ask. He may make comments that expose too much. He may try to act calm while his frustration shows all over his face. And Elektra could notice every second of it. If Will is not careful, his reaction to Dylan's new chapter could damage the chapter he is trying to write with Elektra. What makes this storyline so effective is that no one has to be a villain for everything to go wrong. Dylan may simply want to heal. RJ may be looking for connection after romantic disappointment. Elektra may want honesty. Will may want a fresh start, even if his heart is still confused. But confusion can be just as destructive as betrayal. If Dylan moves forward, Will may feel replaced. If Will reacts, Elektra may feel second choice. If RJ grows closer to Dylan, the rivalry with Will could become more personal. And if everyone keeps pretending they are fine, the truth will eventually come out in the worst possible way. That is the real tension heading into Wednesday. The episode may start with people trying to make mature choices. Katie may want to help Hope. Zende and RJ may want to support Forrester. Dylan may want to move on. Will may want to focus on Elektra. But in the bold and the beautiful, good intentions often create the biggest disasters. So Wednesday, May 20th may not be about one single shocking reveal. Instead, it may be about several quiet moves that set the next wave of drama in motion. Katie's offer to Hope could create new tension inside the Logan family. Zende and RJ's fragile teamwork could hide deeper resentment. And Dylan's attempt to move on could expose feelings Will has not fully buried. The question now is simple. Can these characters control their emotions before they damage everything they are trying to protect? Or are we about to watch one innocent dinner, one jealous reaction, and one business offer turn into the next major Bold and the Beautiful storm? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Hope should trust Katie? Should Dylan move on with RJ? And is Will really over her? Or is he only pretending? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and dramatic updates. See you in the next video.